Hi, how are you? Welcome to Jukasa.
So I was just wondering if you could tell me about the School of Recording Arts.
It's an 11-week course starting at 9 o'clock in the morning till 2 o'clock with a half-hour break in between. And what we want to do is give an opportunity for people of all walks of life, musicians, anybody who wants to have a recording studio at home and doesn't quite know how to deal with it, and how to create one. And so our job is to teach you Pro Tools 101 for 11 weeks, and after that you'll be eligible to write the certification exam for Pro Tools. And you get a nice little certificate proving that you are capable of working Pro Tools in any kind of job description. The other half of the course is acoustics, digital theory, analog theory, just enough for you to understand the process of signal paths and how microphones work and so forth, and how to design your own studio at home. The third part of the course is what I will teach, which is hands-on workshops. How to record drums, how to record vocals, bass, guitar, horns, violins, anything to do with an orchestra. So that for the first time, or maybe the second time or third time, but most situations will be the first time you'll ever end up working in a studio like this with a console that was at AVID ProTools Studios for a number of years, and with the best gear to record a band. And with the group of 9 students, we'll break it up into 3 groups of 3. And then your task is to record a band, produce a band, one song, and learn how to work together in creating a song. And I'll be there to supervise the whole thing while teaching you how to do this properly in terms of production engineering. So that's basically the 11-week course.
I heard you've been making records for 47 years. What are some of the high points in your career?
The high points of my career, there were a lot. I think the first time was doing Tom Jones, recording Tom Jones. She's a lady at Decca, but high points. I think Saturday Night Fever was a high point. They were great to work with. Deep Purple, of all the 35 years I've worked with them, particularly Perfect Strangers, because that sold a lot of records, and we had a lot of fun in Vermont doing that record. Canadian artist, Tea Party, I think was a high point too. April Wine, which I produced 2 albums with. Those are the high points. Plus, you know, having my kids at the same time making records. Cat Stevens was also a high point for me. A lot of magical moments that I've had throughout my career.
Have you engineered any other Canadian bands?
Alexis on Fire is, I was very happy to work with. Protest the Hero, that's recently, and of course April Wine, which was a big seller back in the 70s. Mm-hmm. And another band called Street Heart, which probably nobody remembers except me. And yeah, Alexis on Fire.
I get up in the morning now. I don't know where to follow even now.
So this console is from AVID ProTools Studios. Could you tell me about that?
This console is a 72-input solid-state Logic. It's an SSL 8000G for those people who know about the SSL history. I was the first person to buy one at my studio, the Studio Morin Heights, in 1979. So I'm very familiar with this console. And it's a lovely, fat-sounding console. Audio paths are wonderful. I just love it. It's a great console. And we were very happy to acquire it from AVID ProTools.
Can you tell me what I'll need to bring on the first day of school?
Besides having a great attitude, 2 books and a laptop. And you can buy these books at Amazon. One, of course, is the Pro Tools 101. That'll teach you everything about Pro Tools. And then the Modern Recording Techniques book, which will teach you everything about recording. And as I said before, a laptop. And that's all we need from you to start.
So how did you end up at Jukasa?
I traveled all around the world and did records from Russia to Australia to the Far East and back into Canada and of course the United States. And then here I am at Jukasa Studios, a lovely studio built by Ken Hill. And one of the reasons why we are offering this course is because I'm basically sick and tired of having kids come out of these other schools and I still have to teach them how to do drums, bass guitar, and how to operate a system and how to deal with the politics of a recording studio. So everybody kept telling me, well, why don't you teach something? And recently I did a cross-Canada tour where I taught weekend seminars on how to mix out of your computer, and that became very successful. And more people said, well, give the course, because nobody gives this kind of course where you can explore the various dynamics of a kick drum or a snare or tom-toms, or how to create a great drum sound in 20 minutes when a lot of records being made, they take 2 days to get a drum sound and they're still unhappy, and therefore they have to resample everything. And then the drums sound the same to everybody as opposed to creating a character. And the course that we're giving is really an arts course. There's no mathematics, there's no other theory involved except the practical theory of how to make a good record.